Hey, what's going on?
Nothing. What's up, Lonnie?
It's been a while though. We've been super busy, right?
I
I
know,
mean,
right? Just living life.
I know, just working and just trying to get through to all the bullshit, right?
Yeah,
You know. But welcome to Laugh and Side Eyes. I'm Lonnie.
I'm Lainey.
Glad you guys are tuning in. But we're getting better. Like we started using better stuff, more prompts and stuff like that. We elevating, you know what I'm saying?
We elevating.
Right? But I see your plants. I know
Oh,
them your
yes.
babies, right?
My babies.
Look, you got the light and everything. So did you got any new plants or anything like that?
I got this one today. Don't tell my husband. I got
Where
this
is
one today for like $8.
where at though? That look nice.
Aldi's.
You got like plants all over the place. Like
I named it Purity.
that's what I was gonna ask. Yeah, do you name it already?
Yeah, this is Purity.
You gonna have to
Just
get
be
more like grow lights. That's a lot.
Yeah, I do need to add a few more, but I got enough to where like all the plants get enough light. And then I got some in the window too. So
Like that whole corner, just like plants.
this is my happy place.
Right. But how you been though? I know like the last time we was talk, like we was just going through a lot, like this all
Uh,
the craziness, the people that's going after each other, the division, the dividing and all this crazy stuff, like do that like stress you out?
You talking about in my job or in
I've
life?
been just everywhere, like just people just so many people are on edge, you know?
This is what I have to say.
Mm.
I don't have a political party I own to, or I'm not in any political party.
Right.
I'm
Me
neutral
too. Me too.
because I kind of agree on things over here. I kind of agree with things over here. So I don't identify as anything but lane.
Mm.
So, for me, I think the news creates a lot of racism, a lot of hate, a lot of discrimination, a lot of stereotypes.
Right.
Um, the news divides us, and it's like I don't watch the news, and I hate when people go, "Hey, have you watched the news today? Did you see what happened?" You don't give a fuck about that shit. Like
Right.
half the shit you blow it up and you ruin people's lives, and
Mhm.
it's not even the real truth what happened.
Right.
I'm over it, man. I'm just so tired. Like, man, what happened?
The world, like,
This is
I've been all
God's
over the
country,
place.
right?
It's yeah, and it's what people see on TV. They think, you know, and it's always a leader too. I'm gonna say
Of
that.
course.
You realize when it's different change of leadership, it's always how the mood of the country change.
Of course.
So when it got somebody like that, it always changed the mood. Now it's like we have division. Are you this person? I don't like this person. And then you got ICE going at a certain division of people,
Yeah.
causing even more chaos and more division, more hate, towards everybody. We was talking about that the other day about what is racism?
Yeah.
What is racism? What is racism? That's why I was like, because people say, well, I'm an American citizen. Like, you need to go back to your own country, or I was born here. But we was talking about all of us are immigrants,
Yeah,
so
we're all immigrants.
we all from a different country,
Yeah.
and we all came to this country as immigrants, and we are, now we say, okay, anybody who comes in and try to be better their lives, now we say, oh, nah, you can't, you're not allowed to come here because you're not from this country.
Yeah.
Um, it's crazy. Like I grew up in Louisiana, so I seen it since I was a kid how
Mhm.
racism work, and I think it's like different types of racism. When we was telling the difference between racism and prejudice,
Yep.
being a racist and being a prejudiced person, like we all have some sort of that in us, but it's
Yeah.
just how extreme it is,
Yeah.
and I always think, how can we get past that?
Mhm.
How can we get past that? Because it's just so
Perspectives.
much. What you say?
perspective,
That
understanding,
mhm. Yeah,
empathy, and knowledge.
you got it. For real, it's so true. If we have knowledge and we have like different things and we see it as what it is, I think we'll get better. And actually
Mhm.
having a conversation like me and you having
All the
about
time we have.
we always do. And like that's why we kind of see it from both sides. We was like, man, like I could see how you feel when you go to work. I see how I feel when you know how I feel when I go to work. Cause right off the back to judge me, and I'm a black dude with gauges. And right off the bat, they can't really understand, okay, who is this person here? Black guy. Got gauges. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you're
They kind of
already out of the norm as what they expect a black man to be anyways.
right there,
You know that?
like what do you mean by that though?
Because the way society looks at black men, it's like in a negative way. For example, they
Mhm.
think all black men are like a young thug or a
Right.
future, or they think all black men are like Kevin Gates. And it's like, no, actually, they're all different. And
Right.
really, it's like they put this stereotype where they think all black men are like violent, sag their pants. This is just from what I'm telling you on my
Right.
side of the people, what they
Right.
think. Uneducated, don't know how to talk right. They don't. It's ignorance, but a lot of people don't understand that not all black people are the same at all.
True.
So you
That's so
can't group them. You can't.
right. That's so true. That's the same for you. Like I know sometimes when you call me and right off the bat, just from your appearance, they think that you're a racist.
Or a
And they
snobby
don't
white
truly
girl
sorry, right, girl. Like and they
that's
don't even know
rich.
and they don't even know you. Like they didn't even get a chance to even let you talk. They just judge you before you even walk up. You get what I'm
Yep.
saying? But people don't see it in that way too. They just say, "Oh, you just complaining because of this," but they don't see you as a person either. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So I just wonder how can I feel like it's always something that I think about too. How can we like get to a space where we all have respect for each other and we come together though? You
Take the
know?
ego out, take the pride out, and take understanding and understand everybody's point of view and have like conversations in perspective. Because a lot of people like we can talk from different angles. You can
Mhm.
tell your perspective from your people, but from my people, a lot of them are dismissive. A lot of them don't care about black issues because they don't get affected by that. So why would they care? You know what I mean?
Mm,
Or a lot of my people, they turn the blind eye because they're just like, oh, they made their own bed, or they look at it like y'all created these issues, so they don't have that empathy. And it's like,
mhm,
no, we got to open our eyes. Like, we got to have humanity. We got to have understanding. Like, there's a bigger picture. You can't just turn the blind eye to something. Like, we got to find something to help everybody get over what's going on right now. Because this is so much hate, Lonnie. It's sad. So many people are suffering, like on both ends.
yeah,
So we
right.
got to come to a point of like, because I'll tell you, for example, when I do try to talk to white people about racism and acknowledging it, they kind of look at me like, why are you defending them? Or what's wrong with you? You're like a traitor. You're trying to betray your people. You over here, now I can't trust you because you ain't one of us. You can't sit with us. You're different. So it's like, even if I try to bring awareness to it, they're like, oh, they'll have an excuse like, nah, forget them. They make their own problems, or they'll give me some bullshit statistic, or they don't care.
Right. Because and I think it's more of entertainment.
Yeah,
They that cause a lot of division too because people see, on every movie you see this black guy doing this, or you'll see a white person doing this, so they think this and that norm. So
yeah,
I think if certain things change and people start to, you know, gain some history.
yeah,
And the problem is too, is like people don't know who they really are.
yeah.
Like you identify as a white person, I identify as a black person, but do you really know who you are though, as of your background, your history, who you are.
Yep.
I think if we get more into that, like we starting to figure out, okay, you are Irish, or you this, you from here, you from there. I think that once we have some kind of identity, I think we'll get better as a nation. And also putting history back into the school system.
Of course.
Cause when they started getting rid of history and all this stuff, things starting to go went crazy because now people say, okay, they start seeing certain things on TV, or they start saying this, they say, okay, this is how I am, this is how I'm gonna act. Or they think it's cool to act that way because they are afraid to be themselves, and afraid to be themselves, and they just kind of want to be stay in that norm, in that box of how everybody else should be.
Mhm.
That's why I try to break out that norm. I don't want to be the same person like everybody else. I want to be different, and I choose to be different. And
Yeah.
I figure out who I really am, and I move in a certain way because I know who I am.
Yeah.
So I don't see color. I really don't. You know
Me
me.
either.
I don't see it because I just think if you a fucking asshole, or I don't if you just a bad person, that's who I think. I don't, a lot of people have a problem with.
Yep.
I think I sent that to you too. Like Morgan Freeman, he did an interview with the one of the newscaster, and he's like about Black History Month.
Mhm.
Now I understand the part of why we celebrate Black History Month, but why they don't have any other type of month. I don't like. In a way, I understand why we have it, right? And I never down it, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's just throwing us in a category. I think that we are part of American history. Why
Yeah.
we have 1 month in the year, the shortest month in the year, to celebrate our history. I feel like we are just like with you. We all a part of American history, and
Mhm.
I think that we should have 1 month where we say, instead of saying Black History Month, why not say American History Month?
Yeah. Why not?
That should be so dope because guess what? That's gonna bring everybody together. Because if you do like a 1 month, this is what I was thinking about this. This is why I'm glad that we talking about this, because
Yeah.
I was like, how can we fix things? Let's stop causing division. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it, why not just have one big ass month? We call it American History Month, where 1 week you celebrate different types of, and but like we do a bunch of festivals, and we did bring everybody together and teaching them about how America became United States of America.
The only thing,
Mm.
so I'm gonna keep it all the way fucking
Right.
real, and I don't
Tell
care
me,
how
tell me. Yeah, this is what I'm
anybody
thinking.
feels. I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck what anybody feels.
Right.
But I think for my people, we can't really do that because our history's kind of dark. And I think as a race of me,
Right.
my people,
Right.
they don't want to acknowledge how dark we used to
Mm.
be on a humanity level. But let me say this.
Right.
I say this to my husband all the time. Back in the day, survival mode was real. I'm talking, we're in survival mode now, but we have so many resources in this world. We got technology, we have no food shortages, we don't have to go hunt for our food. You know, we have running water, we have hot water, like we have
Electricity,
electricity, we
heat.
have cars, heat,
Right.
we have privileges that back in the day a lot of humanity didn't have. They didn't have medicine, they didn't have knowledge. They just literally came on this earth and they woke up and they're like, okay, I got to feed my family today. I'm not justifying what they did, because what they did
Right.
was dark, it's sick. But when you start breaking that down, humanity was different. So it's kind of like, okay, guys, we have to acknowledge the history is dark, but we need to talk about it because we have to show how much we've grown as a nation to better. But history, I think, is so dark because everybody wants to sweep it under the rug, or they don't want to talk about it no more because it's like what happened is so sick. It's like a lot. I'm sure a lot of black people suffer from that history because that's y'all's ancestors that suffered so much. But a lot of white people don't know history and they don't want to talk about it because they feel like they got to be accountable for that. Like, oh, fuck, man, we were really fucked up people. And a lot of people don't want to acknowledge that. Or they'll say dismissiveness like, "Oh, well, they're not slaves now, so why do they have to suffer from that?" And it's like, "Okay, well, if your race was treated the way they were treated, you would have more sympathy, but because they're not in y'all's position, they don't understand. So they just dismiss it, you know?
Right. Right.
But when you start talking about it, like I was telling my mom the other day, they used to have zoos and they would put black children in zoos and black people in zoos and show them off like they were like
Unique, like some unique
animals.
yeah, yeah,
And I'm like,
like animals.
on a psychological level, like that's sick. But if
Right.
like my people be like, oh, that's nothing. It's like, dude, no, yes, it is.
Yeah,
That's sad.
degrading.
How can
Right.
you do that?
You
Or
know, it only that happened 400 years ago. We are a young country. Yeah.
yeah, we're young. I
Yeah.
mean, but that shit today, Jordan, or sorry, I'm about to call you Jordans. I'll be talking about like this with Jordan, my
Yeah, I
friend
know,
Jay.
right? Yeah.
But like, I was telling my mom, like, colorism too. We should talk about colorism. Like, light
Mhm.
skinned people get treated differently too because
Right.
they were in the house or they can't identify as either because white people don't approve of them and black people don't approve of them. So that's
Exactly.
another struggle people of color deal with that are light skinned complexion.
Right. Right.
They got the
Yeah.
stereotypes with them. And then the dark skinned people have their stereotypes that's shit too that people
Right.
project on them. So it's like we got to educate our kids so when they get older, they understand what's going on out here, what happened. We can't hide it. We got to
Right.
face it. We have to face it for it to get better.
Right. And that's what I mean by American History Month.
Yeah,
Instead of having, because that's gonna create a history that people that month where we teaching each other about our history, if it's even if it's good or bad.
yeah,
If we learn it, we can forgive and move past it. But if we try to hide it, then we're gonna have more resentment
yeah,
towards it. Because you got to think about it, like for example, why black folks the way they are with racism? Because think about it, if like I was prior military, you went to Iraq, okay, and you come back home and you deal with all that crap in Iraq, right? I did. You come back and now you thinking about it, you have it's growing with you, like you're getting shot at, you're getting bombed at every day, and you can bring that back with you, and you continue to live with that. And then I'm telling your kids like, man, don't go to Iraq. They hateful. They don't like us. You keep telling your kids that, and your kids like, man, my great great grandpa went to Iraq, and this is what they did to him. You know what I'm saying? So it's just learning, and they keep teaching us hate, keeping us hate. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's happening now because we don't know. And then when you have Black History Month, it's almost like it's teaching us to hate in a way.
hmm
If you really think about it, it's teaching us history, but it's almost like, oh, y'all, this is what happened, but we're not gonna acknowledge it, so we just give y'all a month. But it caused hate between all the other races because there's no other month for anybody else to celebrate. So instead of saying, okay, you get white History Month, you get this month, or Indian month, or Chinese month, they just say American History Month.
hmm
And to bring all the different cultures that create you the United States of America,
yep.
I swear, I think that's gonna really open a lot of people's eyes. It's gonna stop causing division, and it's gonna really bring us together as the people.
Because
But the
there's no
reason why they're not,
understanding.
and I can say they're not gonna do that
Of course not.
because, but you know why though, and I told you that before, right? Because division creates control.
hmm
If we together as a nation, as the people, a lot of the shit that's going on right now won't happen. A lot of these people that's in office won't be in office because we're not going to allow it to happen.
Yeah.
And now they taking out. Back in the days when I was in school, they teach you about government. They
Yep.
don't do that no more in school. they don't kids don't know about the who the president, how, what their jobs, the judicial system, the legislation,
The
Congress,
Senate,
the Senate. You know, like the House of Representatives, what they job. They don't know. They vote off of emotions, and that's the problem.
they took the pledge out of the school.
They took the Bible out of school too, which I
That's
mean, you know,
America. That's the United States. You
that's
fought
why.
for that,
Right.
and they
So
took it out.
they took it out because
It offended people,
it
and I don't
offended
give a
people.
fuck if it did, to be honest.
Right. Right. You know, and it's crazy. I just feel, you know, and that's the reason why. You know, I was in all, you know me, I was in three different sides of government. So
Yep,
I know how all of it work, and I you can see it firsthand on how certain things happen. And all I can say is it's all about control. It's not about money. It's about how you control people to do what you want
yep.
to get to that next level of what your agenda of what you're trying to do. Everything happened for a reason. Even in
Mhm.
government, they put certain people in office for a certain reason to cause division because there's a bigger plan.
Yeah.
You know, and we talking now. The more we talk to people, the more. That's why I love this platform that we got,
Yep.
because the more we talk to people, the more we educate people. I think the better that we can become as a nation, one at person at a time. You know,
I agree.
it's sad and it's really sad though. Sad. It hurts my heart. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes because my kid, our kids, got to grow up in this shit.
Yeah.
Crazy. It make me mad. You know,
I
like
mean,
damn.
I sympathize for y'all, for your community, because,
Same with
like,
you guys too. I'm not gonna same for you guys. For real.
because I couldn't imagine, for example, I could go back years and years and I know my culture, I know my history, right?
Right,
They
right.
erased majority of y'all's history. They erased
It's
y'all's
true.
names. They
Yeah.
erased so much stuff, and it's like, that's not fair to you guys. They took the one thing that mattered the most to you,
Identity,
cul identity and culture.
culture.
That so you know who you are, and when you walking around here and you don't even know your ancestors, that can affect somebody's mental
Right.
because you don't know who you are.
That's why they running around like they are now, because they don't know who they truly are. Remember I
And
was
it's
telling you that? I say when people go around shooting, they're doing all this stuff because they don't know what they who they are. And the reason I can give you a cool example though. Religion, Muslim religion. So they purposely don't let them read only the Quran. They don't know how to read, right? This is a problem. This is how terrorism happens, and this is how people go bomb and shoot because they don't know any better. It's uneducation. So when you go to a country, right, they don't have the school system like we have.
Mhm.
They might have one or two people that can read. So they read in the Quran. You know what the Quran is, the Bible of the Muslim community, right? They read somebody. You got somebody that reading the Quran, and they read it in a way to get control. So they tell them Allah said that to let's do this, do this, do that, right?
They brainwash them.
Using the Bible. So they're not going to know any better. They little kids, right? And they teaching this person how to be terrorists,
Yep.
and they're not going to know any better. So they brainwashed. See, but if people know the reason why, then they be like, hold on, he's evil. He's an evil person. But they didn't know that person background on why they feel that way.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by here educating each other. That's what I mean by American History Month. To educate everybody for us to be better
Yeah.
as a nation. Education, knowledge is key. You know what I'm saying? And that Bible, the Quran, the whatever is powerful. That's why I say certain preachers should not be preachers,
Yeah. You're
because
right.
they'll teach you certain things that they feel good that's is to you. That's why
Yeah.
I feel like, you know me, I'm a spiritual person.
Me
I've been
too.
all over the place. So I take certain parts of different religion that works for me. Meditation is come from Buddhism when I was in Southeast Asia. I don't eat pork anyway, but like I got parts of that from the Muslim community, and of course I grew up in a Catholic, not Catholic, but Baptist home, my
Mhm.
grandmother. So I'm deeply rooted, you know what I'm saying? So I know this all types of religion and I move in a certain way based off of how I feel spiritually, and you're the same way. Like your plants is a spiritual side of you. Somewhere in your genes, somewhere in your background, somebody in your family loves plants.
You know what else?
Mm,
Black history is with plants too, you know that?
I did not teach me. I did not
Can
know
I
that.
tell you one thing?
Yeah.
I have a plant right now. I just found this out
Yeah.
because I follow a girl with the plant community and she does like educational videos on plants related to Black history.
Right, right.
I have a plant. I didn't know this. It's like a disinfoctia, if I'm saying it
Mhm.
right. They used to cut the leaves of this plant and paralyze the slaves, put it in their mouths and paralyze their body with it.
Wow.
And
I
then,
knew that.
they used to make the slaves ingest this
Uh-huh.
to, like, get them to, like, be paralyzed, to, like, abuse them or other things I'm not gonna go into because it's dark.
Right, right. But I know what you're saying. Yeah.
But it made me, like, start thinking to myself, like, it kinda made me feel weird about the plant because 'cause I'm like, "If I have this plant as a white woman, does this make me a bad person? Because I got a plant that is involved in that kind of I didn't know, but it's like it's a plant, it's innocent, but back in the day, they used to use plants to hurt the slaves and
Wow.
wait like, make them,
Paralyzed. Right, right,
have seizures, foam at the mouth, like, to control them. These plants
right.
have chemicals or something in them, I don't know,
That
but
make you like just numb, right?
yeah, and I didn't know all this, but I
Wow.
mean, I'm learning stuff every day because some of these plant names were names Black slaves named these plants because they, discovered them.
I never knew that.
There's a lot of Black history involved in plants, and I learn every day something new about it. It's so much. I want to make sure I tell the full, like
So the thing,
everything
what?
correctly before I speak on
I
it.
remember we was talking. You know what? I remember you was talking to me about starting a plant page. Have you ever tried to do that yet?
I'm going to. I'm just waiting. I'm
That'd be
going to.
dope.
Don't worry. Y'all gonna
That'd be
see me.
dope. That'd be dope. But my friend Lane's trying to start a plant page. So whatever you do, we're gonna, of course, do a live, and we can just do that way. Because I think that'd be a really good talking point too. Because plants, I think personally, plants are part of the earth. They live in plant. They live in animals too. They got feelings just like everybody else. And because you think about it, if you don't give it enough light, it's gonna die. You're gonna
Mhm.
give it enough water, it's gonna die. You
Yeah.
don't talk to it, you
Yeah.
know, it reacts off its feelings. So
Um, I think I read too, Native Americans, they're very spiritual with the plants too,
they
with
are
healing and they have their symbolization with the plants, different
right.
kinds. So there's so much history just right here in my home. And I'm not ashamed of that. I'm proud that I have history here, even if it's not my people's, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the
But you
day, it's
identify.
like,
That's how you identify who you are, though.
yeah,
You know what I'm
because I
saying?
connect with them,
You connect.
and
Yeah, just like
uh
I connect with certain things. I do certain things that I connect with, like my gauges. It's just like some people they look at it and think it's emo, but it's
Mhm.
like me. It's like it's my history. Remember I told you 2 years, about a couple of years ago, I went back home and I found out that I have like strong Ethiopian background,
Yeah.
Creole, of course, and then Haitian and all that stuff. And I started doing more research, and I'm like, man, like I found this tribe that had that. So I'm
Mhm.
like, that's me. That's who I am. That's how I identify. But once you start knowing this stuff, who you really are, like you start thinking in a different way. You start moving in a different way because now I identify as not just Black American, but I have an ancestor that is Ethiopians, and
Mhm.
I think it's pretty cool though because I always look up different stuff. And the funny part about it, my kid is half Ethiopian too, so
Yeah.
you got a strong bloodline. And it's kind of weird how things happen and you don't understand why it happened. Remember I was telling you
Uh-huh.
that? 'Cause I would never known. But now when I found out my family history, I'm like, that is so weird. That's so weird. Half around the world, I had a kid by somebody from Ethiopia. That was just weird. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it get into things where things are already written.
Mhm.
Your history is already written. You know,
Yeah.
and I think that you just live by faith, and you live positivity, and things will happen for you, and it happened at the right time. You know, I think it's
Yeah.
pretty cool. But yeah, man, racism need to stop though. Like
Yeah, let's
it's
stop.
just
It's
so
stupid. Let's move
draining though.
on.
Like I hate it. And I can come from even different sides. Louisiana, born and raised out there. That's the capital to
Ooh,
military to all over the place. And I'm just so sick and tired of fighting things like that. To It's so dumb at the
mhm.
end of the day. Because if a meteor hit, everybody's dying at the same
Yeah,
time. Everybody's going to the same heaven or Allah or whatever you pray to. One
yeah,
God is all you gonna go to there, right?
yeah,
No matter your skin color or not. But
yeah,
it's what it is though. But anyway, though, people that do who sell, I just want to say this: people who do celebrate Black History, happy Black History Month.
yeah, happy Black
Um,
History Month.
yeah, it is a lot of history, but I just feel like that. Me personally, I feel like Black History Month is American history. I'm gonna say that.
And and there's a lot of beautifulness within Black history besides the darkness, because Black
Darkness,
history is what
exactly.
is around us every day, the food, the way the music.
Right,
And it's not
right.
even in a United States culture, it's in the Caribbeans, it's in South America, like, they
That's what
got
I
so much
mean. Yeah.
beautiful, rich history from slaves.
Right, right,
So, there's a
right.
lot of positive stuff besides the darkness. I wanna spread
Darkness,
light
yeah.
into that too, you know?
Right. And that's what I mean by, I'm gonna keep saying this. I hope somebody pick up some Congress or senator see this. And it's like, oh, that's a cool idea, because I really do, because I feel like that bring us together. Like when we have American history, we have a day where certain foods that your ancestors cooked, that we could have a day for that. Like, oh, we have a day where we have African food, we have a day we have Indian food. Everybody
Asians,
Asian, like we all of,
Latin,
because you got to think about it,
Arab.
right? Because and everybody from different parts of the world came to the U.S. and made United States of America. So a lot of people we all mixed and intermingled together. So how can you say one history month for the whole entire 12 months?
Yeah,
That's I'm glad that we fought for that, but
yeah,
I feel like that is this. I think that we are, like keep saying this, we are part of American history. Not just us, but we are as American, you, Indians, every Polish, German, who all came here to make the U.S. what it is today. And I got to say one more thing. Where I stay at, they got this monument. Quick story. They got this monument. A German guy here, an architect that build buildings here in America. They took this building, they took half of his house. And again, it was racist toward, you know what I'm talking about. I don't
go
know if you
on.
remember. Yeah, so they was racist towards him. They didn't like Germans. They said, "Oh, we don't like Germans." Da, 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 da. Yeah, back in the days, they used to hate him, and he
I
was
can
American. He was American, but because of propaganda of what the U.S. put out there for Germans, they make it seem like all Germans was bad.
yeah,
And he built this home. He built this house, this home in Kentucky, to show his loyalty to the United States. And till this day, it's just like every time I go to work, I pass and I see it.
mhm,
And it just shows that now everybody now today, they proud to be German. Now they proud to be this. But back in the days, World War II, World War One, you say you was German. Oh no, like, well, I ain't German. I'm not this, because people was racist towards them. Now
I
it's a
believe
big
that.
thing. You remember that, like how it
Yeah,
was now?
mhm,
So we such a young country, and we try to find our feeling, our footing, that we just need to learn certain things and get rid of certain things that we don't need. We just need to
Yeah,
make it all one thing, and that's what I mean by that. So, yep,
I agree.
yeah, yep, yep. But let's call this an end right here. Like this, I really love this one. I love this one, and it's really touch home for both of us
Mhm.
as Americans, not just black or
White or
white.
black.
We
Mhm.
are American. You know what I'm saying? We need to look out for each other for sure, because shit's going down right now. Like, this shit
I
going
know.
crazy. You know, we can't make, people that make over 60,000 a year are struggling.
I know.
And it's sad though, because it shouldn't be that way. You shouldn't have to work 3 or 4 jobs to maintain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's sad. It's sad. So man, I hope people take this and really listen and get better, man. Let's get better.
And have what we have because I'm telling you, we can all find like a friendship like me and you. We don't even look the same, but we connect. We love each other. We respect each other.
Right. And we
Everybody can have that.
right. And you know what is funny though? We both have different opinions about stuff.
Yep.
We are two different people, two different personalities. Some things we have the same, but certain things we don't, we disagree, but we have respect, because we can't expect this person to have the same views as
Yeah,
each
we're
other.
two different people.
But it make the conversation more interesting though,
Yeah.
because you start seeing things like, hold up, I don't like pork. Be like, damn, why you don't like pork? You
I
Muslim?
love pork.
Right. But you be like, oh, I made some pork. I'm like, you know, that shit's nasty, man. I get sick. I ain't trying to die, but like, I used to eat pork, so I know how it tastes, but I don't eat it. But, things like that, though, is what I'm saying, though, it's what it is, though. It's super cool to have that, though. And I wish people was more like us, Lanny. You feel me? We need
They
more of that.
can. They
We
just
need more of
gotta
that.
be open.
Open to listen, open to not judge. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So, but guys, we're gonna see you guys again, of course,
Mhm.
man. We're gonna start getting it in though.
Mhm.
And I got one thing: we're building our podcast studio here till it's gonna be pretty cool to actually record. We're gonna be getting it in this year.
Okay.
Facts. We're gonna really touch home. I feel like we got our footing. And
Yeah.
I think we're gonna really be real on some real shit. That just talk. This would be us.
Yeah.
No more filter shit. This is bam. Just go at it straight up. So I'm with it. You with
I'm with it too.
it? All right, guys. I'm Lonnie.
I'm Lainey.
Welcome to Laugh Inside Eyes. We'll see you guys.
Bye.